Welcome to this edition of the Who's Who in Guyana TV show. And as you know, this is the show that really brings a lot of business education to you and also introduces numerous companies across this country that can be of benefit to you and your organization. I will now be joined by Coach Keon Smith, who will let us know all about mastering leadership and how to identify your leadership style. Welcome, Coach Keon.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dorga. It's an absolute pleasure to be here to share on this very important topic. As we continue our conversation around mastering leadership, today we want to focus on identifying one's leadership style. Now, this concept of leadership is not a concept that emerged just a few years ago. There have been numerous studies pertaining to understanding leadership and, by extension, identifying various leadership styles. Newstrom Davis in 1993, they posited that leadership style is the manner and approach of providing direction, implementing plans, motivating people. As seen by employees, it includes the total pattern of explicit and implicit actions performed by their leader. Now, this study goes all the way back to 1939, where Kurt Lewin was one of the foremost lead on studying leadership styles. Today, in these modern times, there have been so many variations and adaptations as it pertains to identifying various leadership styles. And the John Maxwell team puts it very nicely, very candidly, when they identify that there are several different leadership styles, ranging from the coaching style to the democratic, commanding, pace setting, visionary, and affiliative styles. This evening, I will provide you with a bit more information as it pertains to those various styles. The visionary style. This is a leader who seeks to mobilize people towards a goal or vision. They create direction and identify strategies that would allow them to achieve the said direction. Then we have the coaching leadership style. These leaders inspires and motivates people. They help to build confidence and explore ways that people can develop their skills to perform and achieve their goals. We then have the affiliative leadership style. This particular style of leadership focuses on creating emotional bonds and harmony in a group. This leadership style builds the group interpersonal relationship, and they want to make sure that they keep it very positive so that there is that good flow of energy within that particular group. Another leadership style is the democratic leadership style. This type of leader encourages participation in the decision making process, and they work in creating an environment that allows for consensus and input from all, if not the majority, of the persons within their leadership. Leadership style number five, we have the pace setting leaders. These type of leaders sets a high pace for the group, and they have high benchmarks that they would usually set for the group to attain. This type of leader, whether male or female, is obsessed about doing things better, not just doing it right, but they're obsessed about doing it better and faster. And they have the expectation that the other members, upon the other members that they're leading, can actually do the same and keep up with their pace. The final leadership style we are going to be discussing today is the commanding leadership style. This leadership style is more of the classic military leadership style. More so, some persons might refer to it as the autocratic leadership style, where the leader wants to be in charge and it's usually my instructions, are given and my instructions should be followed. In this modern age of leadership, this can be considered as the least effective and popular leadership style. As you think about yourself as a leader, you may be able to identify with one of those particular styles, and really it helps you to determine what do you need to do to improve in those leadership styles. It was John Maxwell who said that leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. So you have to think about your leadership style, and is it giving you the results that you so desire? Is your leadership style allowing you to empower others? We have to keep in mind that our particular leadership style will determine the group or the persons in which we're leading, their general behavior. Because leadership, in its sense, and I'm just paraphrasing from John Maxwell here, it says it's not just about positions and flow charts, it's about one life influencing another. So we have to really keep in mind as a leader, how are we influencing the other persons around us? If you'd like to learn more about your leadership style and about getting tips and tools that can help you to improve your leadership capacity, then definitely Lift to Lead is where you want to be on October 8th. Lift to Lead is a half-day leadership seminar that is going to be held live in Atlanta, Georgia, but simulcast here in Guyana as we are one of the host sites. You get the opportunity to learn from various thought leaders from around the world, persons who are sharing never before heard content as to how that has fed into their leadership style and their successes. So think about it. Do you want to get more knowledge about learning how you can become a leader worth following? So definitely Live to Lead is where you want to be on October 8th. It is an absolute pleasure to be sharing these leadership tips with you, and I do look forward to seeing you at Live to Lead and at our next episode where I'll provide you more information about leadership. Dr. Durga?
Thank you very much for sharing with us, Coach Keon. And as I was listening to you, I recognized that in the past I did use a lot of the commanding style of leadership. And I can tell you that the only time that is really good for is when there's a fire going on, where you want someone to just take control and say, here, you do this, you do that, and let's get into a place of safety. But I think the lesson with that is you do have to pull out the leadership style that is required at a specific point in time to get the best results. And like you, I would like to encourage everyone who's looking at developing their leadership ability to attend this conference that is coming up in October. Thank you very much, Coach Keon.
Thank you, Dr. Durga.
Every one of you have a journey to take. You and I are already on the same first blank page.
When I reflect on my life, which I'm living right now, what will I be proud of?
You're positioned where you are because you are uniquely created to influence your organization and make a difference in this world.
And what's really important is to listen to yourself and then do what we really, really want to do, what's in our heart.
You have to make a decision during the process. Are you going to take the hard that comes with being successful, or are you going to take the hard with not being successful?
Don't forget where you came from, but don't you dare ever let it solely define you.
Don't you ever let anyone else write your story but you. You write on these pages the greatest story ever told.
Tired of the hassle of running around looking for solutions? Worry no more. WM Services is here. We specialize in heating, ventilation, air conditioning, electrical, and generator services. As a residential, commercial, and industrial dealer, our trained and licensed team is waiting to bring you peace of mind. Make the call now. Telephone 611-4326. Email wmservicesgy@gmail.com or visit our website, www.wmservicesgy.com.
Excellent. So there we heard from Coach Keon Smith on leadership, the various styles of leadership, and also how you can really benefit from getting exposed to so much more knowledge that you'll be able to apply in your environment to really get much better results for yourself and your organization. We will now actually be hearing from Coach Prem, and he'll be talking about the importance of teamwork in an organization and also upcoming opportunities where you can also not just get better at becoming a leader, but also really stepping up the teamwork that takes place in your organization. Let's hear from Coach Prem.
Thank you, Dr. Dorga. Last week, you would have heard about the 6 keys to a winning team and some elements that are important to be able to have a successful team. This week, we want to talk about vision and direction, what it means to put this team together. It's important to understand that purpose plays a big part in your team or your team's development. Do you have a vision? Do you have a direction in where you really want to take your business or the purpose that you set your business up for? It's important that that is clear and you're able to communicate that to your team. As you pursue that purpose, you must understand that it's important that you understand what collaboration means, because it comes to the actions and those decisions that you make to be able to establish those relationships. And as we talk about relationships, it's important to be able to understand what commitment and motivation really means. Because as we commit to that vision and that purpose, it's important to understand the learning that is needed, not only for yourself, but also for your team, so that you can be able to fulfill that purpose. So we'll talk about in our TeamRICH seminar, it is those 6 keys to a winning team. It is understanding what it means to have that win-win scenario with your customers and with your team members. It's understanding the different styles, the working styles of your team. So join us at our next seminar club, TeamRICH, August 26th, 2021, and September 2nd. Register today, 223-5583.
Gupta Security. It is our vision to be the leading provider of innovative and comprehensive security solutions in Guyana. We have a team of well-trained and disciplined professionals to protect you and your assets and give you the peace of mind to focus on what is most important to you. Our services include armed and unarmed services, consultancy, assets and individual protection, patrol, virtual surveillance, armed escorts, and cash in transits. Gupta Group, let our services be your advantage.
Tired of battery problems? Frustrate yourself no more. Reward your vehicle with power, innovation, and style with its sealed, maintenance-free calcium alloy plates, advanced technological build, and rigid testing processes. Platinum Batteries delivers every time. Get 2 years warranty and fast after-sales services. Available at all auto retailing stores countrywide. Imported and distributed by Caribbean Motor Spares. 174 Zeeland Public Road, East Bank, Essequibo. Telephone 609-7621, 502-3171. Get your Platinum Battery now. Platinum Batteries, power of your journey.
Very good. We would have heard from Coach Prem on teamwork, and of course, you can join our upcoming team training this Thursday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. The training is done fully online, so you'll be able to attend via Zoom at your own convenience. So I'd encourage you to test out our training options so that you can really benefit from knowledge in the palm of your own hand if you're using a mobile device or a laptop in your organization. We will now hear a little bit from Ms. Rodlyn Semple, and she'll be talking to us about the benefits of implementing the quality policy and how to actually ensure that the quality policy meets the requirement of the standard. So let's hear from Ms. Rodlyn Semple.
I am Rodlyn Semple, ISO Lead Consultant at ACI Consulting Services. We will continue our information series today, and we will focus on the quality policy. Across the various management system standards, there might be a need for specific policies. For example, you're going to implement an environmental management system. They will ask for an environmental policy. If you're going to implement a food safety management system, you might be asked to document a food safety policy. Whether it's an occupational safety and health system, you'll be asked to develop an occupational safety and health management system. However, today we will focus on what is a quality policy and how would you ensure that your quality policy meets the requirements of the standard. So quality policy, basically, it's the organization intent to quality. So that quality is related to the manufacturing of a product or a service. Now, many persons, because of their culture, would have a quality policy that is very long. Some might be short. My point is, whether it's long or short, it needs to meet the requirements of the standard. Now, when we develop the policy, the first area we want to examine is that it should be applicable to your scope. So if I am a telemarketing company and my scope is referring to food, definitely something is wrong. You therefore need to ensure that when you are documenting that policy, that it suits your context, your internal and external issues. Secondly, your policy should make a clear guideline to ensuring that objectives are developed. It is from your quality policy that objectives are developed. Your quality policy should also make reference to statutory and regulatory requirements which would be applicable. Important is that this quality policy be communicated to your interested party. Your quality policy statement or your quality policy should be maintained as documented information. And in the standard, especially the ISO 9001 standard, persons should be made aware of this quality policy. Many companies choose to demonstrate that they're implementing a quality policy by placing it in their boardrooms. They have it as you enter the building and other means. The important thing is that this quality policy should be understood, communicated within the organization. For additional information on how you can improve your quality policy, develop a quality policy, give us a call on telephone numbers 501-0110 or send an email at iso@actioninvest.org.
401 Furniture Store's showroom has furniture for the entire home. Furnish your living room, your dining room, your kitchen, and your bedroom. Also get that appliance that matches your style. Come fall in love at our showroom located at Lot 4, Monrepo North, right on the public road. Call us on 220-8107 or WhatsApp on 672-1881. Get more without paying more when you shop at 401 Furniture Store.
Welcome back. There you had a segment from Ms. Rodlyn Semple telling us all about the quality policy, what that means, and what the benefits are. We now hear from the CEO of Global Compliance, and I would encourage you that we do have a big announcement at the end of this particular show that I'm sure you're going to really love, and you'll hear all about that at the end of the show. Now let's listen to Ms. Candelle Bostwick, who is the CEO of Global Compliance Services.
Welcome to Global Compliance Service Guyana Inc. I am Candelle Bostwick, Chief Executive Officer of Global Compliance Service. I would like to share with you some information about implementing your environmental management system. In my previous video, I mentioned about the ISO 14001 environmental management system, which can be implemented by organizations desirous of implementing systems to demonstrate their commitment towards protecting the environment and also ensuring that their operations do not adversely affect the environment. As part of the environmental management system, It allows an organization to develop an environmental policy. From that environmental policy, you can develop your environmental objectives. I will encourage you that once you develop those objectives, they must be SMART objectives, meaning they must be smart, they must be measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. It's not only good for an organization to develop objectives, but it must also have an action plan to implement those objectives. Many organizations implement objectives and they just review those objectives at the end of the year. It's better for you to put an action plan in place where you identify the actions that you will take within your organization to meet your environmental objectives. You identify the resources, the persons responsible, how often you will be monitoring the objectives. It's not very good to wait until the end of the year to see if those objectives are met. So it's important that you monitor the objective and then you identify the method of evaluating that objective so that you will know if you would have met those objectives. I will encourage you that once you are desirous of implementing an ISO 14001 environmental management system standard, and you would like the assistance, why not register for ISO 14001 requirements course, which is scheduled for September 7 to 9, 2021. And we'll be happy to engage you in the process, and you will have a system in place to monitor your environmental performance. Call us at Global Compliance Service at 223-6666 for more information. Thank you.
Global Compliance Service invites you to its Environmental Management Requirements Training course, a 3-day interactive online event. This GCS ISO 14001 Requirements Training course provides fundamental knowledge on environmental management concepts, as well as an overview of the ISO 14001 requirements. By taking this training course, you will be able to grasp the many components of an EMS, such as the environmental policy, operational controls, performance measures, management commitment, internal audit, management review, and continuous improvement. This training course is designed for managers and consultants who want to learn the fundamentals of environmental management, individuals who want to learn the main ISO 14001 requirements for an environmental safety management system, or anyone interested in a career in environmental management. This online course will allow you to understand the fundamental environmental management ideas, terminology, and techniques used in environmental management systems. You will develop a broad grasp of how the ISO 14001 criteria may be used in your organization and the benefits of implementing an ISO-compliant environmental management system. For further information and to sign up for this training course, see details and links in the description below.
Academy Inc. We are the premier provider for private education in Guyana, and through our mission, our excellent team delivers a well-balanced curriculum that integrates technology and innovation to our educational programs to inspire children to reach their highest levels of success. Enroll now for nursery, primary, and secondary level. Check us out at any one of our 4 locations or contact us today. Camille's Academy Inc. Be inspired to innovate.
Our world is an employee engagement crisis. Only 13% of employees are engaged in the global workforce, causing dramatic effects in any organization. Your organization can expect a more engaged workforce, improved productivity, an enriched culture, and increased profit.
Engage and Grow is not your traditional training company. Training is dead. We're challenging the norm with everything we do, and our customers like it. All programs are individually designed by the Engage and Grow team, enabling you to facilitate the highest quality, tailor-made programs, improve communication skills, create deeper relationships, and foster a caring, social, and cooperative attitude. Our coaching will improve leadership qualities and build solid trust between employees, encouraging innovative thinking and proactive future planning. Engage and Grow will refocus, re-energize, and re-engage your employees, and we have tangible methods to measure the results. Our workforce engagement, leadership effectiveness, women's leadership, and engaging the millennial programs will create movement in the mind of employees and your business, creating a movement that will take your company as an empowered team into the future. Bring the gusto back into your organization. Engage and Grow.
Shopping with Ali & Sons is now more easier than ever. Find your product, click Add to Cart, click Proceed to check out, enter your email, click Continue as guest, enter your name and address, choose your delivery options, click Continue, then click Place Order. It's that easy. One of our customer service representatives will contact you to confirm, and in several hours, your items will be delivered to your door.
There you had our show for this week. The big announcement, of course, is that from next week, because of the massive response to the program and many people reaching out to us, loving the information that we're providing on a weekly basis, and not just that, we have a program that is starting up in September that will allow us to reach thousands and thousands of individuals across this country, that brings entrepreneurship tools into that device that each one of us has in our hands. And it will allow us to really get the education, the business education that you know ActionCOACH Guyana for, to get into your hands. And we are doing this in partnership with an international organization. There will be a big announcement, and because of this, we'll be moving our show time from 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And the show will be starting at 7:15 on every Tuesday, and it will be able to be viewed on NCN, e-networks, and across social media. So look forward to that. And also, if you are interested in entrepreneurship, especially if you're female and you're currently doing a business or you're thinking about doing a business, this would be really beneficial to you to get involved. For those of you who can't wait for another week, reach out so we can give you some details, but look forward to what's coming down the pipeline. I'm Dr. Vishnu Durga. As always, it's a pleasure to really be here with you every week to share this knowledge with you. And I look forward to really making the rest of the year a fantastic one for all of us. Take care and see you next week.